The following is a presentation of KBEK Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's going to high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman. Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Braham High School for today's Section 4A playoff matchup here between the Braham Bombers and the Atwater-Cosmos-Grove City Falcons. We are here. This game been rescheduled a couple times, and it's even moved now. They've got it now played at Braham today, and Braham will be hosting Atwater-Cosmos-Grove City. We're set for a first pitch here at 1 o'clock, and just across to our left, the field adjacent to us, that has got Packed Charter playing against Ogilvie in the other game in this section tournament. So we've already played one today. Cosmos-Grove City beat Heritage Christian Academy 14-6, so that has already happened. Now in this one, it's Braham and ACGC, as they are affectionately known, and then Packed Charter and Ogilvie. The winners of this game will play right back here at this very field at 3 p.m. The losers will also play at 3 p.m. at the field adjacent to us. And then the winners of that 3 p.m. game will come back and play at the high seed. Now, if Braham wins, it would obviously be right here at Braham. But if anyone else wins, we'll keep you up to date on that. But Braham looking to try and march their way. I don't know what I was going for there, but march their way to the state tournament this year. Coming up short last year in the section championship to West Lutheran. This year, they have another chance to get right back to that section championship game, but they've got to face some pretty good teams. Packed Charter and Ogilvie are still there. Packed Charter last year actually upset this team, sent them to the elimination bracket. They had to play through that elimination bracket, come back, and then take on West Lutheran in that section championship. On the other side of the section 4A bracket, West Lutheran is now going to play against GFW, who beat Mayor Lutheran there in that first game. They are also playing today. And Lester Prairie is playing against Buffalo Lake Hector Stewart. So just some updates on the brackets as to how this looks for Section 4A. Looking at it again, Braham finished in first. They were 18-2 during the regular season, the highest scoring team in the section, and one of the highest scoring teams in the state. They are in the top 5 in scoring offense. Defensively, well, they're also pretty good. For Braham, 1.5 runs per game. That is also towards the top. That is one of the top teams in the state. There's very few teams that are better defensively than this Braham team. One of them is United South Central, who is the number 1 team in the state at 19-0. They give up less than a run a game. Another one is New Ulm Cathedral, who only gives up 1 run a game. They're a top 10 team. Another team that is very good at it is also Clinton Gracefield Beardsley, who gives up 1.2 runs per game as the number 3 team. And then Braham is the number 5 team in the state, giving up 1.5 runs per game. So they are in the top 5 categorically, offense, defense, and everything else. So a pretty darn good team here in Braham as they get set to take on the 8th-seeded Atwater-Cosmos-Grove City. We'll probably call them ACGC here. The Falcons, who come into this one, they only played 2 section games this year, lost both of them. They're 4-14, give up 10 runs per game, but score 5 runs per game. But they did, again, just score 14, beating Heritage Christian Academy here in the first game of the day. Looking at Atwater-Cosmos-Grove City, their 4 wins came against Minnewaska area. Minnewaska, a team that has not had the greatest of years. Then they beat Holdingford twice, and also Maple Lake later in the year in a lot of doubleheaders. So, but they've had some pretty close games, so I wouldn't be surprised if they come out and are strong here this afternoon against the Braham Bombers. Braham has taken the field. We're getting ready. Maybe a little bit early start. Maybe not at 1 o'clock. We might be starting a little bit early. I think everyone would take that as we get set. Meanwhile, looking up at Rush City, they're up at Esco right now, beating Esco 10-0. Right now in the top of the 4th. If that score holds, they're on to the section semifinal and get Esco out of the way. That would be huge for Rush City. I mean, Rush City lost to Esco 5-2 earlier in the season, so to beat Esco I mean, they're winning 10-0 right now in the top of the fourth, and they have a chance to add on. So we're looking at the defensive lineup here for Braham. Obviously, in the circle pitching is Alex Rysdam, and catching is Morgan. Then at first is Jenna Beck. At second, it is Ava Kunke. And at third, it is Lauren Lenez. At short, Izzy Schockman. In left, it's Addison White. In center, Liv Keys. And in right, it is Corey Olson. Here's the first pitch to the leadoff batter for the Falcons. That is Rosie Helene. Got some stats thanks to their head coach providing those stats. Helene on the season is batting .373, 5 RBIs. And this one is in there from Alex Rysdam for strike one. A 2-1 count now to Helene. Excuse me. There we go. This one is fouled off of herself, yeah. I think she fouled it off her leg. It stays in the box. So that will even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes for the leadoff batter, Helene. Unique stance, and the pitch is there, but it's low, bouncing for ball 3. Full count for the leadoff batter, Helene. Pretty simple uniforms for the Falcons, all black with the teal letters and numbers outlined in the white. And this is a walk, a leadoff walk for the Falcons, so they'll have a runner at first. As I mentioned, all black, but the teal socks with the white and black stripes on them. Meanwhile, to the plate now is Mackenzie Powers. And looking at Powers' stats on the year. For Powers, she is batting .218 with 5 RBIs as well. Runner at first, nobody out for Powers. A 0-1 pitch on the way from Rysdam. That one's low, but good block by Morgan Rysdam. And now that's 1-1. Braham in their blue jerseys, the gold trim on the neck, the gold stripes on the cuff with that middle black. The gold letters and numbers outlined in black as well. The black pants in the blue socks. Meanwhile, it's a 2-1 count now for Mackenzie Powers. Leadoff batters at first via the walk. And Rysdam with the 2-1. That one's in there, strike 2. Evens up the count 2-2. Again, Alex Rysdam, probably the quickest pitcher you'll see. Not that she means to quick pitch, it's just that's just kind of how she goes at it. Meanwhile, this one low, but again, Morgan Rysdam quick to get that one up and hold that runner at first. Now another full count for the number 2 batter, Powers. That's in there. That is strike 3, and she'll go down looking for out number 1. So 1 down now for the Falcons, and coming to the plate is Brooke Schultz. And Brooke Schultz on the year, .370. She's batting with 6 RBIs, and she's drawn 4 walks as well. She's got 2 triples on the season. First pitch to her is ball 1. 1-0 on the way from Rysdam. That's in there. Check swing, but in there anyways for strike 1. 12:55 first pitch here. As the 1-1 on the way. Ooh, just low for ball 2. Now a 2-1 count for Schultz. Schultz wearing that number 4 jersey today for ACGC. This one's in there, strike 2 to, again, even it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down for the Falcons of Atwater-Cosmos-Grove City. And the 2-2 on the way from Rysdam. That's rolling into the glove of Morgan Rysdam for another full count. After having time off, it can be tough to get into a rhythm, especially when this game has been postponed a number of times. So just trying to get in rhythm are these Bombers. This one is swung on and hit out to center. Oh, and they can double her up at first. They're not going to get it in time. Well, a strong hit from Schultz out to center is caught for out number 2. Great grab out there in center by Keys, and then Helene almost got doubled up at first, but she's able to get back just in time. And now to the plate comes Allie Simon for the Falcons. Simon batting .346 with 14 RBIs. She's second on the team with 14 RBIs. She also has 2 home runs, so she is a threat to go deep. Reason she's batting cleanup. She gets a piece of that one and fouls it into the backstop. Make the count 0-1. Braham Bombers trying to defend that number 1 seed here in the playoffs and keep that throughout the rest of the playoffs and hopefully punch their ticket to state, as last year they had a heartbreaker to West Lewiston. This one's popped up into shallow right. The second baseman and right fielder are there, but they can't get to it. It's down, the throw to third. This is going to be a close play, but she gets there. I don't know how to call that one. I think there might be an error in. So the runner will be at first. Runners at the corners now with 2 down. Kendall Miller to the plate. Again, not sure if that is a error or not. We'll get a courtesy runner there at first. That'll be Ava Williams. Now to the plate is Kendall Miller. This one is going to be fouled back and out of play. This one outside for ball 1. Kendall Miller, their top batter, .395 average, 17 RBIs, and 3 home runs on the year with a 1-1 count. That pitch is inside for ball 2. 2-1 now, and again, Tigers are 1 inning away from beating Esco. They're 10-0 right now. This one is fouled off by Miller off the third base line. That'll even up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at the corners, 2 down here, top of the first. ACGC battling against Braham. And Rysam looking for the final strike, but that one is just tipped and fouled back. So Alex Rysam will have to try it again. And Alex Rysam, over 500 career strikeouts. She just pulled that off not too long ago. This one, rising fastball stays high for ball 3. Another full count here for the Falcons and Kendall Miller. Alex Rysam just trying to get the final strike. That one in there, but it is crushed, and that is deep, and that is gone. A 3-run homer for Kendall Miller. That is her 4th now on the season. A 3-run home run for the Falcons, and they now take a 3-0 lead. Well, that is her 4th on the year, and that's why she is their leading batter, and man, she waited on that one and absolutely crushed it over the left field fence. So now that brings to the plate Brooke Johnson. Brooke Johnson looking to continue this inning. Johnson bats 160 with 6 RBIs as she looks at strike 1. So a heartbreaker there for Braham, has given up that early home run, less than ideal. Meanwhile, Brooke Johnson is swinging and missing on that pitch, now 0-2, and Alex Rysam just looking to end the top of the first. As swinging and miss in the dirt, it is out number 3. Well, that hurts. 2 hits, 3 runs come across the board there for Braham. And it is now 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. So Braham's got some work to do, but good news for them. They've got the rest of the game to get those 3 runs back. So they don't need to panic at all, as they, again, got 6 more innings, or 6.5 more innings to get the 3 runs back that they gave up there in the top of the first. It's a tough one to swallow there after giving up a home run, but again, you got to put that behind you. You got to focus now on your at-bats here. Top of the 5th, Tigers lead Esco 10-0 up there in Esco, trying to eliminate Esco and get to the section semifinal. And we'll take a quick look at that section real quick, as that is 7AA. Man, Rush City is on a mission here late this season. They see Proctor kind of out of the way right now, so they're looking to get there. And if they were to win, they would play the semifinal next week on the 27th against either Greenway or Aiken. So a kind of a not necessarily a must-win, but it would be huge because then you wouldn't have to go through the elimination bracket. So far, so good, though. Now the Braham Bombers trying to get those 3 runs back that they gave up. It starts with Morgan Rysdam. Pitching for the Falcons is Allie Simon. And Rysdam, right into the glove of the second baseman. A good grab there by second for out number 1. That's just a good grab by the second baseman. A line drive caught. And that's out number 1. Pitching, as I mentioned, is Allie Simon, has an ERA of 6.74 with 37 strikeouts here this season. Now up to the plate is Lauren Lenez. Allie Simon, the pitcher, Mackenzie Powers, the catcher, and this one right at the shortstop. Another line drive out for out number 2. 2 quick outs for the Bombers, and now it comes down to Corey Olson to try and continue this inning. Over at first for the Falcons is Autumn Smith. At second, Kyla Beerworth. At third, it's Kendall Miller, and at short, Brooke Johnson. Then in left, it's Brooke Schultz. In center, Rosie Helene, and in right, it's Jordan Koshanina. This one is hit, popped up, though, towards right. Fielder's onto it, and it is there. 6 pitches, 3 outs. And the Bombers go 1-2-3. No hits, no runs, and they'll have to get back defensively and keep the Falcons off the board. 3-0 is the score on that Brace Orthodontics scoreboard, and we're now moving to the top of the second inning. No time to waste as Alex Rysdam tries to settle herself into a rhythm. And due up for the Falcons is the 7, 8, 9 batters. Jordan Koshanina, Shanta Ludwig, and Kyla Beerworth. Again, I apologize if I'm botching these names. I went over it with their coach, their head coach, Brad Nelson, but I have a feeling I'm still watching these names. I apologize. Appreciate Coach Brad Nelson for coming over and helping me, giving me stats, giving me the lineup, and helping me with pronunciations. Appreciate that. That is a huge help. Meanwhile, Jordan Koshanina at the plate watches strike 1. Rysdam gets that one fired by, and a swing and a miss for strike 2. Alex Rysdam, a very good pitcher. Here's the 0-2, and that one inside for ball 1. That's a good pitch, though, from Rysdam, because you get that one later in the game, that's going to be a swing and miss. The 1-2's in there, and that'll get her looking for out number 1. Koshanina, the first out, looking, and we'll bring to the plates now the lefty, Shanta Ludwig. 1 down. Here's the first pitch to Ludwig. That one swung on and missed. The 0-1 to Ludwig, swing and a miss for 0-2 now. So Rysdam looking for a second straight strikeout. Had 2 in the first, looking for number 4 with the 0-2. Swing and a miss for out number 2. Now it brings to the plate Kyla Beerworth. Beerworth to the plate, 2 down, nobody on. She tries to continue this inning for ACGC. No, not the band. That's ACGC, Atwater-Cosmos-Grove City. Swing and a miss there from Beerworth, and Rysdam with the 0-1. It's in there for strike 2. Now Beerworth will try and protect here on 0-2. Rysdam with the pitch. That one's low for ball 1. Kyla Beerworth on the season has 4 RBIs and bats .125. 0-2, swing and a miss for out number 3. So 1-2-3 go the Falcons there in that inning, and Rysdam getting right back into rhythm. Alex Rysdam, she does not waste time in between pitches, and that is one of the reasons why batters can't seem to catch up to her pitches a lot. And that helps out a lot when you're facing some pretty darn good batters. Of course, you've got 2 batters for ACGC that are able to go long. One of them did. And now for Braham, the 4, 5, 6 batters due up. Jenna Beck, though, to lead off for the Bombers as they look to get those 3 runs back. They went 1-2-3 in the top of the first, now looking to turn things around in a big way here. So Jenna Beck will lead us off. Talk about a player who has got the ability to go long. This is one of them. Jenna Beck has the ability to go deep on one pitch, so we'll see if she can't get on base, though. Again, if you're the Bombers, you just can't worry about getting 3 at once. You got to worry about getting on base, and that is the key here for the Bombers. Beck looks at this one in there for strike 1. Tigers have a chance to end it there. They're in the bottom of the 5th, leading still 10-0. Beck, a kind of a half swing, check swing. It's to the good grief, the second baseman of Beerworth, and she throws it on the first for out number 1. So 1 down now for the Bombers, and at the plate now is Alex Rysdam. She bunts. It's a pop-up bunt. It's caught. Caught by the pitcher for out number 2. Quickly 2 down now, and it's Izzy Schockman to the plate. Schockman trying to at least continue this inning and avoid the 1-2-3. The pitch on the way. That's high for ball 1. It was 6 pitches for 3 outs last inning. About the same here. 3 pitches, 2 outs. And this one in the dirt for ball 2. So now 5 pitches. (2-0) turns into 3-0. On the way. That's in there for strike 1. (3-1). And that's ball 4. So Schockman will keep the inning alive with a walk drawn there. And out of the plate is Ayla Anderson, another one of these Braham Bombers that has the ability to go deep. That one is in there for strike 1. And they would have had the tag, but Schockman is there safely, but the player who had the ball, the shortstop, was going to apply the tag, but the ball popped out of her glove, and unfortunately she's hurt now. There's a collision down there at second, and they're gonna take a look at her. And while they take a look at her, we'll hope and pray that she's all right. But we'll take a quick commercial break here. So you're listening to Playoff Softball on Nice 95.5 KBK and 106.5 FM AM 1350 Anthem Country WCMP.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel and equipment. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
Well, that was the shortstop who was down, and Brooke Johnson. She is up and moving that knee around, so it looks to be okay. She's up, and she'll be back to the shortstop spot. So, yeah, her and Schockman collided there. She slid into second. Nothing malicious by Schockman at all. Is it both trying to make a play, and unfortunately for Johnson, she dropped the ball, so it is a steal. Now Ayla Anderson. First pitch to her, swung and a miss. Strike 1. One on the way to Anderson. Got a piece of it, fouls it back, and that will fall. And it's 0-2. Thought she'd seen a pitch on the steal. It should be 1-2, I think. Or is it 0-2? Well, I guess it's 0-2. 0-2 now for Anderson. Here's the pitch. And she gets a piece of that one to keep herself alive. And the Bombers trying to continue this inning, trying to get a 2-out rally going as they are looking to answer the 3 runs scored by the Falcons in the first. So Anderson, an 0-2 count. And here's the pitch from Simon. And a swinging strikeout as that one is up high in the zone. And she looks to the skies and says, "You got to be kidding me. I can't believe I swung at that one." Well, 12 pitches and 3 outs. No hits there for the Bombers, no runs, and no errors for the Falcons. Well, that brings us now to the top of the third. And the Bombers still trail on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard 3-0 as they look to get back on their stifling defense. And pitching from Alex Rysdam. We'll be back to the top of the order for the Falcons. They'll lead off with Rosie Helene. First at bat, she walked and then, of course, came around to score as part of that 3-run homer. So Helene will come to the plate. Beautiful day for some outdoor activities. The wind is a little chilly, but it's not anything that it's going to make you want to run inside for. First pitch from Rysdam to Helene is swung on and fouled down the right, well, first base line. Didn't quite get out far enough to be the right field. So they'll get after the ball and bring it back in for Alex Rysdam. Top of the third, leadoff batter Helene with an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch from Rysdam. Took something off that one. Good looking pitch. That's in there for strike 2. Here's the pitch from Rysdam. That one, and Helene got on that one a little bit late, and she fouls it off. So the count will stay 0-2. You know, these top, 5 batters for ACGC are very good. As this one is lined, and that's going to leave the infield, and that'll be a base hit. So down 0-2, Helene with the leadoff single. That is big for the Falcons. They lead 3-0 already. Mackenzie Powers to the plate. She struck out looking in her first at-bat. Looks at that one for strike 1. Rysdam with the 0-1. That's in there, strike 2. 0-2 now for Powers. And she's trying to avoid another strikeout. Meanwhile, Rysdam looks for a strikeout, and she gets her looking again. That is out number 1 for the Falcons. And Alex Rysdam is trying to get the next 3. Brooke Schultz to the plate. She flew out to center back in the first. She got a very good swing on that pitch back in the first. Meanwhile, she swings and misses on one here. Here's the 0-1. That's in there, strike 2. Well, that's good news for Rysdam. She's up early, 0-2. She's been in front all inning here in the third. And really for the last 2 innings, she's been out in front. Here's the 0-2 from Rysdam. Took something off that one. That's to third, thrown on to first in time for out number 2. Good play there by third, and the runner from first will move to second. So 2 down, runner at second. And it brings to the plate Allie Simon, who singled and scored. It's part of the homer. Here's the pitch, swung on right to the shortstop. Throw on to first is in time for out number 3. Well, the leadoff single does not hurt the Bombers. And the Falcons, 1 hit, no runs and no errors there by Braham. So that will bring us to the bottom of the third. And the Bombers trying to get 3 runs back. They trail 3-0 on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Meanwhile, it looks like the Tigers did it. They beat Esco 10-0 in 5 innings. So the Tigers are moving on to the section semifinals. That'll be played up there in Cloquet next, I think, Tuesday. And they'll play either Greenway or Aiken. Yeah, that'll be next Tuesday. They'll play Greenway or Aiken as they beat Esco 10-0 in 5 innings. That is a huge win there for Rush City after winning 2 games yesterday up in Rockridge. That's a good win for them. Congrats to them. Well, depending on what happens here today, we could be up there to cover Rush City, depending on what happens here. Well, we'll have to wait and see. We'll keep you updated because if Braham moves on to the section championship, which we're hoping they will, I think they play next Thursday, if that were the case, or next Tuesday. I don't remember. It'd be next Thursday, so we would be able to do both. That should be awesome. Meanwhile, the leadoff batter is Liv Keys, and she watches ball 1. That's going to be ball 2 as that one's high. 2-0 now on the first 2 from Allie Simon. 2-0 now. Got a piece of that one and fouls it back. Keys, the center fielder, made a nice play out there. And the pitcher Simon with a 6.74 ERA and 37 strikeouts this year. As she gets Keys swinging and missing on that one, and count now 2-2. 2-2 is in the dirt, and that will run the count full. The 3-2. Got a piece of it, and that is caught right at the fence in foul territory by the catcher for out number 1. That's just great effort there by Mackenzie Powers. That is terrific effort. Now the lefty Addison White to the plate with 1 down. That one's in there, strike 1. Eight, 9-1 batters due up here for Braham. That one's high for White, and that's ball 1. That one rolls in the dirt to the catcher and actually gets by for ball 2 to Addie White. Here in the bottom of the 3rd. Bombers just trying to get those 3 runs back. Defense since then has been really good, but offensively still trying to find a rhythm. That's in there for strike 2. Now 2-2 count to Addie White. Pitch on the way. That's low, and that will run the count full. So here for the Bombers, they're getting Simon to throw a few more pitches, which is good for them, but unfortunately they just haven't been able to put one in play, really. Yeah, they haven't been able to put one in play yet. The 3-2, that's going to be a short roller to short. Throw on to first, not in time, and she is safe with the 1-out single. And that ball actually, I think it went out of play, which means she gets to take second. So with that one going out of play, it's a base hit, but she gets moved to second. And now at the plate is Morgan Rysdam, and this is a prime spot now for Braham to be able to not only get another base hit, but one of the runs back. Rysdam watched the first pitch go by high for ball 1. And Simon with the next one. That one's in there, and it's fouled down the 3rd baseline. Might have been off of Morgan Rysdam's foot. I'll make it a 1-1. 1 down, runner at second now for the Bombers here in the bottom of the 3rd. That one is high for ball 2. Good take there by Morgan Rysdam. Would have been an easy offer for a lot of players, but veteran presence there lays off. That one's inside, ball 3. Morgan Rysdam, a patient at-bat here, and that's exactly what you need if you're Braham, because if you're not being patient here with this at-bat, you're going to be swinging at not great pitches. Meanwhile, Allie Simon for the Falcons with the 3-1. That's ball 4. So Morgan Rysdam draws the walk. Runners at first and second. 1 down here for Braham. And it's Lauren Lennes to the plate. Lauren Lennes has had some clutch at-bats for the Bombers this season and past seasons, so she is the tying run at the plate. In there for strike one, was not going to offer at that one. A 1 count on the way. Oh, and she offers that one low in the zone. One that you would like to see her lay off of, but it's going to make it an 0-2 count now. And now got to protect your 0-2, 2 down. Runners at first and second. That one is popped up out towards right center. It's down. It's down. And Morgan Rysam obviously staying at first because the pop-up, that's going to score 1 run. And with the throwing error, it's going to score or going to advance the runners. So an RBI single there for Lauren Lennes to score a run. She gets to second on the throwing error. And Morgan Rysam moves to third on the throwing error. So now runners at second and third. The run has scored on the RBI, and the Bombers are in business. 3-1 now. They trail the Falcons. Corey Olson to the plate. Looks at that one in. Yeah, that's it in there for strike one, though. Thought it was a little bit inside. Well, they get that 1 run back, and that's a good sign for them. Meanwhile, Olsen lays off that one. She checks her swing, but lays off, and that is ball 1. Here's the 1-1. Ooh, in there. For strike 2. 1-2 now to Corey Olsen. So runners at second and third base hit. Scores probably 2 with Lennes there at second. This one is popped backwards into the backstop for a foul. Corey Olsen, a 1-2 count. That one is low for ball 2. Evens up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down, runners at second and third in scoring position. Bombers trail now only 3-1. Pitch on the way. Inside for ball 4. Oh, we were 1 ball less. So she draws the walk, and now bases are loaded for. Oh, it was only ball 3. Okay. I thought it was only ball 3, but it was. So we were right. I was right. It was only ball 3. Okay, so now a full count. Oh, and she swings that one high for out number 2. That's a tough one. I mean, that's so tough. I mean, you get called ball 4, and then you have to come back, and it's called ball 3, and swing at 1 up in the zone. That's tough for Olsen. Now to the plate, Jenna Beck, and, well, she has the opportunity to blow this thing wide open, and the pass ball is going to score a run on ball 1 to Jenna Beck. It scores Morgan Rysam from third and brings Lauren Lennes to third. And now, with 2 down, runner at third, the Bombers are only down by 1. And Jenna Beck can not only could she tie this game up, she could even give the Bombers the lead here with 1 swing. She gets the piece of this one and fouls it off. Now a 1-1 count for her. 2 down. Bombers have been waiting for this. Now their offense seemingly has gotten going, and that could be dangerous for the Falcons. Meanwhile, Allie Simon, the 1-1, low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Jenna Beck. Two 1 on the way from Simon. That's inside. Low for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Beck. Simon with the 3-1. It's inside, ball 4, and Jenna Beck draws a walk. Runners at the corners, 2 down for Alex Rysdam. And again, base hit ties this game at 3. The leading run, the go-ahead run rather, is at first. Tying run is at third. Here's the pitch from Simon. That's in there for strike 1. An 0-1 count now for Alex Rysdam. Allie Simon with the 0-1 pitch. Got a piece of it and fouls it back out of play, does Alex Rysdam. The pitcher versus pitcher at bat here for Allie Simon, the Falcons pitcher. Alex Rysdam, the Braham pitcher. 2 down, runners at first and third. 0-2, here's the pitch to Alex Rysdam. She got a piece of that one, but that's up in the air, and that is going to get down, and that will score the run. So I don't know if that would be an error or not, because she did drop it, but was she going to catch it anyways? Was it? I guess it would be. So I guess it'd be an error out there in center. So runners at first and second, still 2 down, but the Bombers now have tied this game at 3. And this one is hit by Izzy Schockman, and that's going to get down in center. That's also going to score a run, and the runner from second to third, or from first to third. And now the Bombers have taken a lead with that RBI single from Izzy Schockman. Runners at first and third now for the Bombers, and they have taken a 4-3 lead. Well, that is huge for the Bombers. Some 2-out at-bats have been big. Izzy Schockman, the most recent RBI single.
She was on the bleacher. Oh, Sean probably told her.
We got a little bit of a scoreboard issue trying to get it fixed as we are in the bottom of the third. Now a 4-3 lead, though, for the Bombers. 2 down still, but they've still got runners at first and third again. And man, oh man, this is a big inning for the Bombers. This is exactly what they were waiting for here for the first 2 innings. Their defense quickly turned things around in innings 2 and 3, and now their offense has seemingly gotten a rhythm with their defense. Ayla Anderson is now at the plate, and the Bombers try to continue this impressive 2-out rally and add even more on, but for the Falcons, this is a little bit heartbreaking. They got a 3-run home run in the first to take that 3-0 lead. Through 2 innings, they were up, and well, through 2 2/3 they were up, but now all of a sudden it is the throw down to third after the first pitch to Anderson is high. Throw down to third is there, but the runner does not go. Schockman, though, does take second. On the steal, Ayla Anderson, a 1-0 count. Pitcher's in there for strike 1. So runners now in scoring position, 2 down for Ayla Anderson. Anderson swung a swinging strikeout back in the second. That one's inside low for ball 2. 2-1 count now for Ayla Anderson. And Ayla Anderson is trying to add even more on. Base hit, scores 2 because you got Schockman there at second. This one is popped up. That is high. It is towering, and it's going to get down behind the catcher for a foul. That will even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here. Runners at second and third for the Bombers. Base hit again, probably scores. Well, it scores 1 for sure, but maybe 2 with the speedster and Schockman there at second. This Bombers team has a really good balance of speed, power, and athleticism. 2-2 for Anderson. She fouls that one back and out of play. So again, it is 2-2 for Ayla Anderson. Get a new ball in here for the ump. Meanwhile, 2-2 again for Anderson. Bottom of third, 2 down. Here's the pitch from Simon. That's in there, and Anderson will go down looking, and didn't quite agree with the call, but it is strike 3. Well, the Bombers do some damage with 1, 2, 3 hits. 3 hits get 4 runs for the Bombers, and an error there for the Falcons of ACGC. The Bombers come back here with a big third inning, take the lead 4-3 over the Falcons, and we move forward to the top of the 4th inning here in this section 4A playoff game. Again, the pitcher, Alex Rysdam, wastes no time out there getting warm. She's, 1 or 2 pitches, and then she's ready for the first batter. First batter will be Kendall Miller for the Falcons. Kendall Miller, 3-run home run back in the first. She is the batter that gave the Falcons that 3-0 lead. So, again, you don't want to pitch around her to put her on base. You don't want to give the Falcons a free base runner, but definitely got to watch out for her power. And Alex Rysdam knows that. She gets her swinging on strike 1. The 0-1 to Miller. That one is swung on and hit out towards shallow center. It's getting it down for a base hit. Well, you kind of stopped her power there. Although she does reach with a base hit, you kind of eliminated her power. You didn't get her to go deep. Meanwhile now, Brooke Johnson struck out swinging back in the first, so I think for Rysdam, there's a little bit more confidence going into these next few at-bats because along with her and the next 3 batters after Johnson, she struck them all out, so maybe a little bit more confidence. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss there for Brooke Johnson as she just tries to put one in play, and she misses on that swing. Here's the 0-2 to Johnson, swing and miss for out number 1. 1 down now for the Falcons as the Bombers look to protect this 1-run lead. And the first pitch is in there for strike 1 to Jordan Koshanina. 0-1 from Rysdam on the way. Swing and a miss by Koshanina, and now it's 0-2. Runner at first, 1 down here, top of the 4th. Bombers with the lead. Here's the pitch from Rysdam. Swing and a miss again, and that's out number 2. 2 down now with a runner at first, and to the plate is the lefty Shanta Ludwig. Rysdam with the pitch. That's outside ball 1. Ludwig also struck out swinging her last at bat. The 1-0 is swung on and missed on that rising fastball. Now a 1-1 count. The 1-1 on the way from Rysdam, and that one's ball 2. Two 2-1 on the way from Alex Rysdam. Swung on and missed for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first here for the Falcons. And Ludwig at the plate. The 2-2 pitch. Got a piece of it and fouls it out of play. So that'll keep her alive with a 2-2 count. Alex Rysdam looks to stay in her rhythm. Struck out the last 2 batters, and she's looking for another. That one in the dirt, and that will run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, 2 down, runner at first. So Rysdam waits for the batter to get back into the box, and Rysdam with 3-2. Swinging and a miss on that one for out number 3. No 1 hit, but no runs come across the plate. No errors there for Braham, and 3 strikeouts for Alex Rysdam. Well, that will bring us down to the bottom of the 4th, and the Bombers look to continue their fabulous inning of the 3rd, and it starts with Liv Keys as she will lead off the Bombers. It will be once again, much like the 3rd, in the 4th, it will be 8-9-1 due up for the Bombers. 8-9-1 due up. Bombers holding on to a slim 1-run lead after a 3-hit 4-run inning back in the 3rd, back just last inning. Again, just adjacent, the field adjacent to us has Ogilvie playing Packed Charter over there, and the winner of that game will play the winner of this one at 3 p.m. Or, I think, what is it? If it's not 3, it's a half hour after the end of the games. So, keep you updated on that. And Liv Keys to lead it off for the Bombers here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch from Allie Simon. It's in there for strike one. Keys last inning flew out to the catcher in foul territory. 0-1 on the way. That's low, inside, and that's ball one.
Great hitter, too. Here we go. You're a great hitter, too.
1-1 on the way from Simon. Keys gives this one a ride. It is popped up, and the second baseman on it grabs it for out number one.
Go, Eddie.
So one down now for Addie White. Steps into the left-handed batter's box. First pitch is low for ball one to Addie White. From Allie Simon. Here's the 1-0. Looks at that one for ball two. Good eye there by White laying off that one. That's a hard one to lay off, but she does it. And now benefits because of it, a 2-0. And the pitch. Got a piece of it, but that's going to go foul out of play towards the field across from us, where that Ogilvy Pack Charter game's going on. So now a 2-1 count for Addie White. A 2-1 on the way. That's in there for strike two. That one would have been a good one to swing at, but she waits. Going to be patient here in this at-bat. It's an even 2-2 count now. One down, nobody on. Allie Simon with the pitch. That's, just off the plate for ball three. Full count now for Addie White. Simon with the full count pitch. White gets a piece of it, and that's fouled down the third base line. So she can straighten that one out, possibly beat out the ground ball. Meanwhile, she'll do it again with a full count. Here's the pitch. Oh, and that one gonna just drift foul. That's too bad, because if that rolled the line, she's easily beating that one out with Addie White. But since it does just roll foul, she's gonna have to go back and do it again with a full count. Full count pitch again from Simon. That's high for ball four, and White, good battle there, and she draws the walk. Now runner at first with one down, and to the plate is Morgan Rysdam. She drew a walk last inning, eventually came around to score. One of the four runners. Well, this one's in there for strike one to Morgan Rysdam. We'll keep an eye on that runner at first in Addie White. 0-1 from Simon. And Rysdam hits that one towards left field, goes opposite field with that one. And are they going to send the runner? Yes, they will. They're going to send the runner from first, and she comes around to score. Addie White with the wheels, turns on the Jets. An RBI double from Morgan Rysdam. Morgan Rysdam goes opposite field. And it's 5-3 Bombers. That was huge. My goodness. Big swing there for Morgan Rysdam. And now to the plate is Lauren Lennes. Lennes with a chance to continue. She had an RBI single back in last inning. That one swung on and popped up towards second. She makes the play for out number two. So two down now after the RBI single from Rysdam. Still runner at second. And now to the plate comes Corey Olson. So Olson now at the plate, two down, runner at second. Here's the pitch from Simon. That's high for ball one. And that ball is going to get away from the pitcher, Simon, and because it does, Morgan Rysdam being very aware on the base paths, heads to third. So now, runner right at the corner. That's in there for strike one to Corey Olson. Good looking pitch there from Allie Simon. Come back with one there. One for Corey Olson. Simon with the pitch. Swinging and a miss from Olson. Rising fastball gets by. Good looking pitch there again from Simon. She had two back-to-back really good ones as she tries to get her team out of this inning. Meanwhile, Braham trying to just add on with more two-out runs. They did that a lot last inning. This one is popped up. Oh, and just behind the catcher. She's not able to catch up with it. Powers this time. She made a catch earlier in this game. Good-looking catch, but that time just not able to locate it. So a 1-2 count for Corey Olson. 2 down, runner at third. As the Bombers try to add on to the lead, here's the pitch from Simon. That one is out towards left center. It's going to get down, another base hit, and it's an RBI single for Corey Olson. (6-3) now, Bombers with the lead. Still 2 down. And a runner at first now for Jenna Beck. Here's the first pitch to her. That is low for ball 1. Keeping a close eye on the runner at first there is Powers. 1-0 to Beck. And she gets this one swung on out towards center. That's going to beat the center fielder. That's going to go away. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. And here comes Corey Olson around second. And Jenna Beck, is getting into a rundown now. And she's going to get a chance. She's in there. She's safe at third. Oh, my goodness. What a run from Jenna Beck. Got into a little bit of a rundown, but she manages to beat out the throw at third. Jenna Beck to third. It'll be an RBI double, but she'll take third. So the at-bat is a double, and then she takes third. Get into a little bit of a rundown, but she's there safely. 7-3 now, Bombers. Beck at third for Alex Rysdam. A little bit of a conversation between the ump and the ACGC head coach, Brad Nelson. I think he's just asking maybe about the play at third. It was close, but it looked to me, from my vantage point, that she was there safely. Meanwhile, this one is swung on and fouled by Alex Rysdam for an 0-1. (0-1) count for Alex Rysdam. Here's the 0-1. That's inside for 1-1. (1-1) count for Rysdam. Simon readies, and here's the pitch. She will lift this one out to left center. That one's going to roll away. It's another RBI, but can she turn it into 2? She will. It's an RBI double for Alex Rysdam to score another run, and the Bombers offense has come to life these last 2 innings. It's 8-3 Bombers. Runner now at second. Still with 2 down. And now here's Izzy Schockman to the plate. She also had an RBI single last inning. Looking for another one here. This one to her is high for ball 1. 1-0 for Izzy Schockman. 2 down, runner at second. Here's the 1-0 inside, ball 2. (2-0) for Schockman. Runner at second, 2 down. Here's the pitch. Schockman, this one going to be over towards first base, foul territory, and it is caught for out number 3. But the Bombers once again do damage with 4 hits, 4 runs, and no errors there by ACGC. The Bombers on top 8-3 as we move forward to the top of the 5th inning here in Braham. They're trying to move on to the next game. The next game would be played at 3 right here in Braham against the winner of Pack Charter and Ogilvie. Do we have a chance for a commercial break? We will. We'll get a quick commercial break here. A word from our fine sponsors.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Back here on Nice 95.5 KBK and Anthem Country WCMP. Top of the fifth now, and leading off is Kyla Beerworth for the Atwater-Cosmos-Grove City Falcons. The pitch from Rysdam, swung on and right to the second baseman. Throw on first, and plenty of time for out number one. One pitch, one out. That's how you like to do it if you're Braham. And now for the Falcons, though, they're back to the top of the order. This has been a strong top of the order. 1 through 5 has been really strong. As now Rosie Helene to the plate. Hit a single back in the third, and the first pitch to her is ball one from Alex Rysdam. Helene walked in the first, singled in the third, and eventually reached second. Here's the 1-0 from Rysdam. Got a piece of it, and oh, that's going to be trouble. Rysdam throw to first is in time. Oh, man, what a play there from Alex Rysdam. Good hustle play from Alex Rysdam to go get that one. A short roller down the third base line, but she makes the play, comes up, throws to first in time for out number two. 3 pitches, 2 outs. Mackenzie Powers to the plate. She watches that one go by for strike 2. She's struck out looking twice, so I think for Powers here, going to be up there probably swinging to try and get on base. Here's the 0-1, and there's the swing and miss. So now 0-2, and now she'll be looking to protect and looking to swing to. And you never know. Even if you're just swinging, you might just get on base. 0-2. That's low for ball one. So made her look at that one, but it's easy. Ball one. 1-2 now. 2 down here in the top of the fifth. Here's the pitch to Powers. And just high for ball 2. 2-2 count now for Mackenzie Powers. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss. Well, that's a quick top of the fifth. No hits, no runs, no errors for the Bombers. Well, the Bombers will bring their offense back out onto the field after a quick 1-2-3 top of the fifth. And the Bombers look to continue to add on to this lead. They'd need 5 more. 5 more to end it here in the third. So 5 runs needed to end it here in the third. Otherwise, going to another one. But for the Bombers, that first inning was less than ideal. Second inning, not as great either. But third and fourth were impressive. And they look to continue with their impressive innings. Bombers lead 8-3. Try and get you some updates from games around the local listening area. I think there's not too many going on, though, today. At least right now, or later in the day. Chisago Lakes did beat Hermantown, I think, 4-3 earlier today. Meanwhile, we'll have a new pitcher for the Falcons of Atwater-Cosmos-Grove City. It will be number 9, and number 9 for them is Kendall Miller. Kendall Miller will be the new pitcher. Miller earlier in the game hit a 3-run home run back in the first and singled back in the fourth. And she will be the new pitcher for Atwater-Cosmos-Grove City. For Kendall Miller, he's their leading pitcher with inning-wise, pitching over 59 innings, an ERA of 9.44 with 38 strikeouts on the season. So she will be the new pitcher here for the Falcons. As we begin the bottom of the fifth. For Allie Simon, she went 4 innings and gave up, well, let's count them, 7 hits. 7 hits, the 8 runs. And she walked 1, 2, 3, 4 batters. And grabbed 1, 2 strikeouts. At the stat line there for Allie Simon. Meanwhile, Kendall Miller with the first pitch. That's low to the leadoff batter, Ayla Anderson. .1-0 now for Anderson. Again, Kendall Miller, the new pitcher here for the Falcons, and the pitch on the way. Inside ball 2. The pressure put on here by Braham after that third inning where they took their first lead 4-3. And that one's going to actually wind up hitting Ayla Anderson. And she'll take first. So a hit by pitch puts runner at first. And it looks like we'll get a courtesy runner here. Bristol will come in to courtesy run. So courtesy runner at first, and Coach Swanson getting a quick word with her batters. Keys is the next at bat. Runner at first, nobody out. Here's the pitch from Miller, in there for strike one. Oh, 1 now for Keys. And the pitch. Showing bunt. Ooh, misses on the bunt. And that pitch does get away. And the runner will move down to second on the pass ball. Pass ball will allow the runner to second. So nobody out. Runner at second. 0-2 now for Keys. And here's the pitch from Miller. Got a piece of that one. Right to the second baseman. Underhand to first in time for out number 1. But that does allow the runner to third. So now only 1 down. Runner at third for Addie White. And she's been decent today with a single and a walk back in the 4th. She looks at that one for strike 1. And here's the 0-1 from Miller. Showing bunt, missing on that attempt, and now it's 0-2, so now she'll have to swing to put this one in play. White has got some speed too, but missing on that one, so now she'll have to try and swing her way on. Here's the 0-2. Got a piece of it, and that'll go foul just past the head coach Swanson. She gets out of it. Says cat-like reflexes down there at third. So she'll do it again, 0-2 for Addie White. 0-2 count, runner at third, 1 down. And the pitch. Got a piece of it again, but this is popped up, and the pitcher makes the grab for out number 2. Two down for the Bombers. Runner at third, and we're back to the top of the order. Morgan Rysdam, RBI double last time. He looks to continue. That in the dirt, but it's not going to go. And they'll keep that runner at third. No need to risk it with the lead, 8-3. You'll keep the runner there as Morgan Rysdam at the plate. Give her a chance to hit another RBI here. Miller with the pitch. And that is in the dirt for ball 2. Kendall Miller with a tough situation to come into, trailing 8-3. She'll throw the 2-1. And Rysdam well out in front of that one. Nice grab over there by the head coach of the Falcons, Brad Nelson. That ricochets off the fence. 2-1 now for Morgan Rysdam. And here's the pitch from Miller. Got a piece of it. And that will even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down, runner at third here, bottom of the 5th. Bombers trying to go create another 2-out rally. 2-2 on the way. And again, she'll follow this one back, but this one goes out of play. And she'll do it again with an even 2-2 count. 2-2 on the way again. And oh, well out in front of that one, swinging and missing for out number 3. Well, no hits, no runs there for the Bombers, and no errors for the Falcons. And that will bring us to the top of now the 6th inning. Bombers lead 8-3 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. We'll see if we don't have time for a quick commercial break here on both KBK and WCMP.
Join us June 14th for a day full of free outdoor experiences.
Oh, I was there last year, and I'm going again.
Join us for the free youth outdoor experience at the Gopher Rifle and Revolver Club in Harris, June 14th. Come for the axe throwing, exhibits, clay pigeon demos from the fire department, arts and crafts, 2,000 ears of sweet corn. There's really too much to mention. And kids that sign up before May 31st get a free t-shirt. Register now.
It's easy to sign up. There's a QR code on the Facebook page.
Get the QR code today. Visit Long Spurs of Sunrise River.
It was awesome.
Back here on WCMP and KBEK. Bombers lead the Falcons 8-3 on that Brace Orthodontic scoreboard as we begin the 6th. Leading off for the Falcons is Brooke Schultz. First pitch here from Rysdam, in there for strike 1. 0-1 on the way from Rysdam. That one's hit and fouled back on a play by Schultz. Schultz on the day 0 for 2, a flyout and a ground out back in the 3rd. 0-2 from Rysdam. Ooh, outside, ball 1, excuse me. Alex Rysdam with the 1-2. Took a little something off that one, but Schultz did just get a piece of it. Keep herself alive with the 1-2. On the way. And that, it's just going to get by the pitcher. Throw on to first. In time, though. So it got by Rysdam, and the shortstop Shockman makes the play for out number 1. Good assist there from Shockman to back up her pitcher, Rysdam. So 1 down now. And that brings to the plate the former pitcher, well, I guess she's not former, but today, Allie Simon. Single and ground out in the 3rd. And that one is ball 1. 1-0 on the way. That one swung on, and it's going to leave the infield. So Allie Simon will get on with 1 out. Now that brings to the plate the big hitter, Kendall Miller. 3-run homer back in the 1st and a single in the 4th. Rysdam with the pitch. Swing and a miss there. Rising fastball gets by her. Miller looking to not only put this one in play, but trying to put this one over the fence again. This one is swung on and fouled out of play. So now 0-2. Kendall Miller. Rysdam with the 0-2. Got her swinging at one low, and that is a strikeout for Miller. 2 down for the Falcons here in the bottom of the 6th. Or, right? No, bottom of the 5th. Or top of the 6th. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So we got, gonna have a conversation between the umpires here. Not real sure of what the conversation is. I think what he was asking was it in the dirt or was it a swing and miss? And they're going to say swing and miss, so. And now to plate Brooke Johnson for the Falcons. Runner at first, 2 down. And Rysdam gets that one in there for strike 1. Oh, 1 on the way. Swing and a miss by Johnson. She's 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. Looking to change that here. He's trying to get on base. 0-2, 2 down. And here's the pitch. That one fouled off. Down the third baseline, and that ball, after the ricochet off the fence, goes a ways. But they'll get this ball back into Alex Rysdam, and she'll try to finish off the top of the sixth, 0-2. And here's the pitch. Took a little something off that one. That one's lifted and out of play. Caught by a fan. Oh, 2 again for Rysdam. Got her swinging and missing. Route number 3. Well, one hit, but no runs there for the Falcons. No errors by Braham. And now we're down to the bottom of the 6th. Bombers trying to add some more insurance runs here. And then they'll need the top of the 7th to get out of this one and then bring themselves to the next game, which will be at around 3 o'clock against the winner of Pack Charter and Ogilvie. Looking over there, I think Pack Charter, the home team, can't quite see the score. Looks like it might be 0-0 right now. Can't quite tell, though. It will be Kendall Miller still out there in the pitcher's circle here for Atwater-Cosmos-Grove City. Keeping an eye on some scores here. North Branch, I think baseball, beats Hibbing 14-1. Chisago Lake softball team beat Hermantown in their section playoffs 4-3. Mille Lacs is at Black Duck right now. We'll see if we can't get a score in that one. That one says delayed, but I think it's delayed top of the first. So we'll see if we can't get an update there. That is section 5A playoff softball. Mille Lacs trying to beat the number 1 seeded Black Duck team in Black Duck today. Playoffs in full swing for softball right now. We're here in Braham for some more softball. We'll have a total of 4 games here well, technically more. We'll have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total of 5 games here in Braham today. So leading it off for the Bombers is Lauren Lennes. And that first pitch is inside for ball 1 from Kendall Miller.
Level cuts. Here we go. Here we go, double L.
1-0 on the way from Miller. And that is, high in the zone, but she gets a swing on. Oh, and it gets under the shortstop. And Lennes will reach. I think got to be counted as an error at E6. And now, runner at first. And Corey Olson to the plate. Olson on the day. 1 for 2. Or 1 for 3, rather. That one in there for strike 1. She had that walk call back in the 3rd, and then she swung and missed at 1. 0-1 from Miller. Ooh, in there on the lower part of the strike zone for strike 2. 0-2 for Olson, and the pitch from Miller. That is low for ball 1, and Lennes will take second on the pass ball. Now 1-2 count for Corey Olson. Miller readies, and here's the 1-2 delivery. And she pops this one up in the infield. Second baseman to it for out number 1. So 1 down now for the Bombers, and it brings to the plate Jenna Beck. Beck today, 1 for 2, RBI double in the 4th. That actually turned into another base because she got in a rundown, but she was able to get to 3rd safely, and now another pass ball allows Lennes to reach 3rd. So 1 down, runner at 3rd for Jenna Beck. 1-0 pitch from Miller on the way. That's low, and that'll be ball 2. Miller readies. Here's the 2-0. That is high, and they're going to send Lenez from third, and she is there safely. It was a closer play than I think she'd like to have, but she scores nonetheless, and it's 9-3 now. Bombers with the lead. So nobody on, one down, and Jenna Beck at the plate with a 3-0 count. 3-0, more than likely a red light here for her. Not going to swing. That one's in there for strike one. Yeah, 3-0 with a lead like that, you don't usually see a swing, not surprised. So now 3-1 for Jenna Beck. And here's the pitch from Miller. Jenna Beck gives that one a ride out towards left center. Left fielder is on it, though, and makes the grab for out number 2. 2 down for the Bombers, and Alex Rysdam at the plate with 2 down and nobody on. Rysdam on the afternoon is 1 for 2, or 3 rather. RBI double back in the 4th. That one low for ball 1. Bombers 9-3 lead, bottom of the 6th. And here's the pitch from Miller. Low in the dirt for ball 2. (2-0) now for Alex Rysdam. Kendall Miller, the 2-0, is in the dirt again, and that'll be ball 3. So 3-0 now for Alex Rysdam. Hitters count, again, probably a red light. No, we won't see a swing here, especially with 2 down. And the pitch inside, and that's ball 4. So this will put a runner at first via the walk, and it's Izzy Schockman. 1 for 2 today. Walk, RBI single, and a fly out in the 4th. First pitch to her outside for ball 1, and keeping a close eye on Rysdam at first. The 1-0 pitch. And again, high for ball 2. (2-0) now for Schockman. That low, and that's ball 3. 3-0 again.
Here we go, Izzy. Gotta be there.
So again, red light here for Schockman. And Miller with the pitch. That's in there for strike 1.
You saw it.
3-1 on the way from Miller. That's in there, strike 2. That'll run the count full. With 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th, the runner at first. A run has scored. Izzy Schockman at the plate. A full count. Miller with the pitch. That one swung on. This popped up again towards second. And it grab is made for out number 3. No hits. The 1 run crosses. And an error there for the Falcons. And now we're headed to the 7th and final inning. And the Bombers still going to hold on to that lead. 9-3. And Alex Rysdam and company look to finish it off with 3 more outs. 7, 8, 9 batters due up for the Falcons of Atwater-Cosmos-Grove City. 3 outs, and we would be putting Braham into the next game at 3 o'clock, staying in the winning bracket. Well, leading off is Jordan Koshanina for the Falcons. Koshanina on the afternoon, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. This one, first pitch is ball 1. The 1-0. That's there for strike one. And Alex Rysam wastes no time in between pitches. About 5 seconds in between. Here's the 1-1 that turns into now 2-1 as that is called ball. 2-1. That's low for ball 3. Three one on the way from Rysdam, and that's high for ball 4. So a leadoff walk for the Falcons. Runner at first, and Shante Ludwig to the plate in the left-handed batter's box. Shante Ludwig also 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts, swinging. Pitch from Rysdam is in there, swinging strike 1. Shante Ludwig readies. Here's the pitch. That one foul back out of play. And it's 0-2 now for Shante Ludwig. That's in the dirt for ball 1. Runner at first, leadoff batter. 1-2 for Shante Ludwig on the way. In there for strike 3, and she'll go down looking as out number 1. 1 down now, and Kyla Beerworth at the plate for the Falcons. That one swing and a miss for strike 1. The 0-1 from Alex Rysdam. Swung on, and that's a base hit. Out towards center, and the ball quickly thrown in, but Falcons keeping themselves alive with another base hit there. Runners now at first and second, 1 down, and we're back to the top of the order with Rosie Helene. That one swung on, and that goes foul. Down that first base line, and looks like we get that ball right back into Rysdam. So 0-1 count for Rosie Helene. Runners at first and second, 1 down. Took a little something off that one, but it's low for ball 1 for Helene. 1-1. And got a piece of it, and that's going to go foul off of Helene. Hit her in the leg. So now a 1-2, Rysdam with the pitch. Ooh, outside ball 2. Good looking pitch, but good eye by Helene, and now it's a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. This one's fouled off, out of play again. It will stay a 2-2 for Helene. Pitch from Rysdam. Outside. That'll run the count full now. Still runners at first and second, 1 down for the Falcons. This one foul back, so Helene will stay alive. Full count pitch again. And again, Helene will battle. Keep that one foul and get a new ball in. Here we go. 3-2 again. Alex Rysdam with Helene. Here we go. Full count pitch to Helene. And again, she'll foul to stay alive. What is that? 3-4 now in a row that she has fouled off to stay alive. Rysdam again. Full count. Swing and a miss that time. And she just blew that one right by her. Swing and a miss for Helene. 2 down. And the Bombers are 1 out away from moving on. Mackenzie Powers at the plate 0 for 3 today. All strikeouts. That's a big swing and a miss. Good looking swing, but just missed. 0-1 on the way from Rysdam. Something off that one, and it's 0-2. 2 down, runners at first and second. 0-2 count for Mackenzie Powers. Rysdam trying to finish it off. And that one's low over ball 1. 1-2, here's the pitch. Again low. So that's ball 2. Even up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, runners at first and second. Mackenzie Powers trying to keep her team alive. Here's the pitch. That one is fouled out of play. Rysdam again with the 2-2. That's in there, and Powers will go down looking for out number 3, and that will do it. So the Bombers get the victory here in this one, 9-3. And 1 hit, no runs here, no errors by Braham. The starting pitcher, of course, Alex Rysdam, gives up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. 6 hits, the 3 runs, and walked 2 and struck out plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 strikeouts in this game for Alex Rysdam. So the Bombers, with the 9-3 win, move on, and they will play at 3 against the winner of Packed Charter and Ogilvie. Looks like it's 10-9 over there. Packed Charter with the lead over Ogilvie in the 6th. So we're still waiting to see who Braham will face here in this next game, as that other game is still in the 6th inning. So that'll do it for this game. We'll head back to regularly scheduled programming, and then at around that 3 o'clock mark, we'll be back for the game for Braham, as they will face either Packed Charter or Ogilvie in Game 2. And again, that will have first pitch at around 3 p.m. So tune right back in here on these 2 stations. We'll be back for first pitch in that game right here on these 2 stations. We do have a separate link for that game as well, so be sure to find that link on our website. It has the question marks by it right now, because we're just not sure who they were going to play, as it is Packed Charter and Ogilvie. Looks like Packed Charter leads 10-9 in the 6th inning. So that's going to do it for me. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks to all the fine sponsors. Tune back in at around 3 p.m. as we will have Braham's second game against either Packed Charter or Ogilvie. Again, find that link on our websites. That's going to do it. Thanks so much for tuning in. Braham wins Game 1, 9-3. They'll be back for Game 2 at around 3.